In this video, I'm going to share with you how you can rank #1 on Google for your niche. Keep watching! Hey, what's up marketers? I'm Eduard Dziak from b2bdigitalmarketers.com, the place where you can learn how to level up your digital marketing effectively without spending money on marketing agencies. So, if you want to rank #1 on Google this upcoming year, then watch the entire video to learn what matters the most in the SEO game so you can focus on the right things to get the most out of your marketing effort. Also, if you find this video valuable, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave a comment below and give a like to help me with the YouTube algorithm. And without further ado, let's boost your SEO this year. The first on our list of SEO tips is to create great quality content and loads of it for your website. According to 72% of marketers say the single most effective SEO tactic is creating relevant content on your website. Honestly, most of your SEO work will be dedicated to creating relevant content on your website in order to rank on search engines for your targeted and relevant keywords. And all this started in 2013 with the release of the Human Bird update. Later in 2015, Google has launched their algorithm RankBrain, which is a machine learning and artificial intelligence system. And lastly, in 2019, Google's latest search algorithm updates the BERT, which is a neural network-based technique for natural language processing or NLP. All these Google algorithms are one of the largest Google updates that they have released to help users to find more relevant information as soon as possible. And that is why creating relevant content on your website is so important and the future of SEO. Before all these updates, I still remember the single most effective SEO tactic was to stuff keywords at the bottom of your page and then hide those keywords by using the same color as your background. But this SEO strategy is a long time gone and you need to be much more sophisticated with your content and the keyword placement. Because Google is looking at individual words and keywords you are using within your content to better understand what your website is about. This is when semantic SEO comes into play and why it's so important to be focused on your website. The second SEO tip is semantic SEO, which is related to the first tip. I didn't want to make this part so long, but I believe I need to explain a bit more about semantic SEO. And while I recommend you to learn more about semantic SEO, in a nutshell, it is basically using related words to your targeted keyword within the content. For example, let's say I'm writing an article or an ultimate guide about a car. This word car is my targeted keyword. So examples of semantic words for car could be something like this: wheel, tires, accident, traffic jam, seat belts. And these are just a few examples of semantic words for my targeted keyword, a car. But because this keyword or topic is so broad, there could be thousands of semantic words for it. So, in another example, let's look at a more narrow long-tail keyword, such as types of SEO strategies. This keyword is so much more specific, and the user who is searching for it has a clear intent, which is learning about the types of SEO strategies or also to know the categories of SEO strategies. So, in this example, the semantic keywords for types of SEO strategies could be something like this: on-page SEO, off-page SEO, technical SEO, voice SEO, content creation, YouTube SEO, and so on. And I could go so much deeper about semantic SEO, and this topic deserves its own video. But if you are new to semantic SEO, then I definitely recommend you to learn more about it. But in conclusion, content creation and semantic SEO are arguably the most important SEO strategies that you need to be doing to at least start ranking and drive relevant traffic. The third on our list of SEO tips that you should focus on to rank number 1 on Google is to generate backlinks and social shares for your content. In 2016, Google already said that the two most important ranking signals are content, which we already discussed, and now we are going to discuss the second most important ranking factor, which is high quality backlinks. High quality backlinks are links that are coming from high authority websites to any of your web pages. Often, these websites are well known within the niche, and whenever you are searching for a topic within your niche, there is a high chance you will find this kind of website. And why they are having high authority website is because first, they have a ton of great content on their website, and second, because many websites, small and large, are referring to them as one of their sources or go-to places to learn more about the niche topics. So question is, how can you get high authority for your website? Well, it's not easy and it will take a while. But if you are already creating high quality content, then you have the cornerstone of increasing your authority. Without this, nobody will ever link to your website. Therefore, make sure you have your content nailed down and you deliver the most amount of value you can within your content. Once this is done, then there is a time to start generating backlinks and social shares. Again, this is not a full guide on how to generate backlinks for your website, and I strongly recommend you learn more about it. But my favorite strategies to get more backlinks are: start with guest blogging, help journalists on Haro, or create guestographics. To learn more about this, you can visit Backlinko. And for getting more social shares, my favorite strategies are: send your content to people you have linked to, or create snippets from your blog post and then share it on social media. Remember, link building strategy is not easy, even for experienced marketers. According to 41% of SEO experts, consider link building to be the most difficult part of search optimization. So, don't get discouraged when things get tough, because it will get hard and you will have to put extra effort to acquire some high quality links for your website. But if you are serious to rank number 1 on Google, then you need to start building backlinks for your website. The next on our list of SEO tips is to optimize your title tags and meta description for every of your web page you have published. Alright, so you have created a lot of great quality content on your website. Also, you have worked so hard on getting backlinks on your website, barely sleeping and eating, and you did it. You have gained a high authority for your website. Because now you need to get the engagement metrics high to climb up the first page ladder. Especially these metrics you should focus on: your bounce rate, session duration, and click-through rate. And the reason why you need to have these metrics optimal is that Google does track these metrics to understand how your users interact with your website. Typically, the first two metrics, bounce rate and session duration, are related to the quality of your content. If your content does not provide the value or information the user is searching for, then they will bounce back and go to the next page. And this sends a clear signal to Google that the other page provides better and more value to the user inquiry and thus should be ranked higher. That's why quality and relevant content is so important. However, click-through rate metric is commonly overlooked, even though it is one of the most important metrics you should track, especially if you already rank on the first page of Google. And to prove this, in 2014, Rand Fishkin, the founder of Moz, conducted a case study with his Twitter audience. At 6 p.m., his target web page ranked number 7 for the target search phrase. He tweeted out to his audience asking for his followers to search the specific keyword and click on his website, which then sat on position number 7. By 9 p.m., his website ranked in the first position. But that's not it. As in 2009, the head of Google's web spam team, at the time Meg Katz, was asked about the importance of maximizing your organic click-through rate. Here is the key quote that says it all. It doesn't really matter how often you show up. It matters how often you get clicked on and then how often you convert those to whatever you really want, like sales, purchases, or subscriptions. Do spend some time looking at your title tag, your URL, and your snippet that Google generates, and see if you can find ways to improve that and make it better for your users, because then they are more likely to click. You'll get more visitors and you get a better return on your investment. To summarize it, Google does expect you to have a better click-through rate and other engagement metrics than the sites below you for your targeted keyword. And if you don't, then you will be sent back to non-click zone, the page 2 and lower in the search result. Your click-through rate directly reflects your effort you have put into the title tags and meta description. So, if you have spent already so much time creating great quality content and getting backlinks, it would be a massive waste to slack on title tags and meta description. The next SEO tip is relatively easy to do but often overlooked or skipped by marketers, and that is connecting your content with internal links. Internal links are hyperlinks that point or direct users to another relevant page of the same domain. Often, this is used as a reference or additional information on the given topic. Internal links are important for many reasons, such as it helps search engines crawl your website and discover new pages or recrawl the pages again, which helps to discover new keywords on your current pages. And there are many more reasons why you should use internal linking on your website and do it regularly, at least once or twice a year to ensure you are pointing to the right pages. Let me explain what I mean by right pages. Ahrefs has come up with an SEO strategy to help you increase your ranking for your money pages. This strategy is called the middleman method, where you attract links with a high quality blog post and then pass the link juice to your product or service pages in order to increase your ranking. That is another reason why my first tip to create a lot of high quality content is so important. Your content is the key to rank number 1 in search results, and internal linking gives you a certain level of control to decide what pages you want to rank high. Thus, I recommend you to watch this video after this video from Ahrefs, where you can learn how it works and how you can use it to your advantage. Another super important SEO tip I have for you is to keep your site health high by using some of the SEO audit tools. Within these tools, you can find your website health scores that shows you how many SEO mistakes, errors, and warnings you have on your website, such as HTTP error status codes, title text errors, broken images, slow pages, and so much more. But don't worry, as having errors on a website is quite normal, and it happens all the time because along the way, when you are adding new pages, changing URL structures, removing content, and do updates on your website, you make some SEO mistakes. Thus, lower your site health, which could negatively impact your ranking on Google. So, how do you check the health of your website? Monitoring your site health on Google and other search engines can be done by using some of the SEO tools that help you to regularly scan your website. Typically, these tools scan your website once a week and help you to remove those errors. And there are plenty of SEO checkers or SEO optimization tools you can use, but I want to recommend you my 2 most favorite website analyzers that helps me keep my website in tip-top condition. The first and one of my all-time favorite SEO audit tool to check my site health is SEMrush. This is a paid tool, but when you subscribe to SEMrush, you will get a bunch of other cool features you can use to improve your ranking. But let's just focus on their site health checker. SEMrush site audit will show you all kinds of errors, warnings, and notices you have on your website. Also, it helps you to check your crawlability, HTTP status, site performance, internal linking, and so much more. This is the ultimate tool to ensure a high score for site health. And while this site audit is free of charge, the amount of pages you can crawl is so little that only a tiny website can benefit from this. And probably you will have to subscribe to the tool to fully crawl your website. The second and arguably the best free website audit tool is Ahrefs Webmaster Tools. Ahrefs Webmaster Tools come with more features that you can enjoy for free, and I definitely recommend using this tool the same way like I would recommend Google Search Console or Google Analytics. This is an excellent tool to help you monitor your site health and fix your SEO mistakes. Of course, they have a limit as well for how many pages you can crawl, but I believe it is enough for small and medium-sized websites to crawl all their pages. Also, Ahrefs Site Health Checker is super easy to use, and you will have no problem becoming a pro in fixing your SEO mistakes on your website in no time. I definitely recommend Ahrefs Webmaster Tools as a must for every website owner and marketer. So, those are my favorite SEO health checker tools, and there are so much more. But if you want to try these tools for free, then the links are in the description. The last SEO tip I want to share with you is to link out to relevant and valuable sources that are relevant to your topic. I do believe you are an expert in the industry and you have so much value to share with others, but still you should do research about the topic you want to write about. Just a quick note before we move on. This SEO tip is mostly relevant for creating educational content like blog posts, and using outbound links on landing pages or navigational menu is not recommended. So, whenever you are writing educational content like your blog post, you should do some research despite you are the expert in the industry. You should find evidence to prove your point, such as statistic, research or case studies. This will help you increase the value within your blog post. Using outside resources is recommended by the best SEOs as it helps you improve your organic traffic, build trust with your users, and increase your authoritativeness, and even facilitate relationships with other businesses. And on top of that, it can potentially help you to be discovered by other websites and do your link building strategy. And even according to John Miller from Google, it is recommended to use outside resources to improve the value of your blog post. Only make sure you credit the author by linking to the original source. As stated by John, linking to other websites is a great way to provide value to your users. Often links helps users to find out more, check out your sources, and to better understand how your content is relevant to the questions that they have. Also, from an SEO standpoint, outbound links help even Google to better understand your website. And according to Brian Dean, the SEO expert, not linking out might be one of the biggest on-page SEO mistakes. And as a rule of thumb, you should have at least one outbound link per 300 words. So, to summarize it, linking out is important for your SEO strategy because it helps Google to better understand your pages, strengthen the topic signals, understand the relationship between the pages, and it can help you to be discovered by other websites. And from the user perspective, outbound links help to demonstrate expertise, which is very important for Google. It also helps with adding extra value and build readers' trust. Outbound links are important for your website, and you should make sure that whenever it is possible, you should include them within your content. And that's all from me. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something new, so don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and like this video, and leave a comment below what's your #1 SEO tip for me. By the way, check out all my links in the description for my favorite SEO and other marketing tools that help me to deliver great results. Ciao!